All right, so good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. J.
And I am Allie.
And we're your co-hosts on Clarity Talks,
where we get to crack the code with some of the most successful people in our community.
Yeah.
So today we actually have someone, our guest is someone very, why don't you tell them, Jess?
So, Dr. Cohen, thank you so much for being our guest today. And so what I can share about Dr. Cohen on what I saw on your website is that you are a board certified chiropractic practitioner who has a passion, right, for wellness and who practices health. And so we would love to hear a little bit about your backstory.
Okay, no problem. Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me on. It's my absolute honor to be on your show. And my backstory is, I guess you could say it's like you were saying there, but passion in what I do, passion to help people. I love people. And if I have the ability to touch somebody and help them in any way I can, that's what I love to do. So that's kind of how I stumbled upon, I guess you could say, chiropractic.
You literally touch people.
I was going to say, which part of touching? Touching them emotionally, or while you working, cracking the backs?
Well, I'll tell you, it's funny because although, patients come in, so with chiropractic care, it's not like medical and where you go in there periodically when you have pain or something. Patients I literally will see 3 times a week for a little while, and you get to know people. So when you're saying from an emotional level, I get to meet people and get to know them on so many different levels.
Beautiful. And you're the founder, right, of, I think it's called Spine and Wellness Centers?
Spine and Wellness Centers. Actually, my wife and I are both the founders of this particular practice.
Wonderful. So what was the niche that you all felt that your specialization was going to be in?
I'm really happy you asked that. For that, when we started this practice, our idea was to do something much different than what people are actually used to. Mm-hmm. Listen, I'm a patient myself, and so I know what it is to go to a doctor's office and some of the things you might experience, and we wanted to make sure we change those things. So for instance, when our patients make their appointments, if they're waiting more than 5 minutes, we've failed. Our patients do not wait, even if it's an initial visit, whatever visit it might be. We let our patients understand that, as valuable as my time might be, our patient's time is just as valuable. So if you have a 10 o'clock appointment, rest assured that at 10 o'clock, you're coming in for your appointment. You're not waiting. We don't have a waiting room. We have a reception area where we receive our patients. So another thing that we do in the practice that I'm very happy to say is that when a patient comes in on a new visit, look, I believe that I'm a good chiropractor. Hopefully the record shows that, but I can't help or cure everything. We can't help everybody. So when a patient comes in on a new visit, we tell them that. We tell them, listen, we'll do an exam and a consultation with you. And if I feel there's another doctor that'll help you better than I can, whether it be a neurologist, orthopedic surgeon, we're not just going to tell you to go to them. We will make the appointment for you. If I may also, again, some of the things, like I said before, our patients are individual people. Mm-hmm. So we take care of individual patients. You're not a number in our practice. We don't put you on a conveyor belt and you just roll through the process. Our patients, we take great care of. And I take a tremendous amount of pride in that because we've been around for 17 years. And in those 17 years, we've helped a lot of people.
Yeah, no, I love everything that you're saying, especially because when you say, when people see you as a doctor, they are coming to you expecting for you to actually fix whatever the issue is. And, as much as you say that, you can't provide them with everything, it sounds like you do go out of your way to actually make that appointment for them,
100%.
Yes, that's amazing. You also talked about respect, which is actually something that we don't get to see a lot these days.
That's just it. Again, where I stand as a patient as well, when you go to a doctor, whatever doctor it might be, you want answers. You want to see what's going on with you, and not to just be kind of strung along and really being looked at in some cases to where, what kind of insurance do you have? Is this going to be as a doctor, as a chiropractor, to be able to facilitate that for our patients or, people who just come in our door.
Yeah. And we were looking at your page and it looks like you guys also have a lot of fun while you're doing it too. Your pictures and all of that, it just looks like a fun place to go.
So I'll tell you this, I'm happy you brought that up, because everybody asks me all the time about work and about potential retirement and things of that nature. And I tell them, I say, I don't work. This is not work for me. I love what I do. As a matter of fact, I just left a patient literally not too long ago. And my exact words were to her that I love what I do. I love to help people get results. But what I love even more so is when a patient is there with us. And what that means is we give a care plan to a patient. We give them things that we do in the office, but we also give them things to do at home. And when a patient is fully on board and committed as we are, there's no better situation. So yes, we do have fun.
You've definitely hit the third question, right? Which is, what is the strategy? And you pretty much have nailed it, because you reverse engineered the entire medical model to be patient first. Right?
I've done this a couple times.
Yeah, we've lost that in our general health care system, right? The patient is just a number. It is based on dollars and cents and what you can access, and quality of care has really been determined by the bean pushers, as I say. So I'm loving what I'm hearing with regards to your approach.
If I may add something, sorry. One more thing, when you had said what sets us aside from everybody else, one thing I love, I like this, like at the forefront of why I practice the way I do, is we make sure our patients fully understand why they're coming in. On the first and second visit, those visits are a good 30 to 45 minutes. And I love to hear a patient say, like the one I just left to come here, she couldn't get over A, how much time I spent with her, and B, the knowledge she gained just from today's visit. It's all about having people understand truly what chiropractic care is. We're not neck and back pain specialists. That's the furthest from the truth.
Yeah,
so I'm sure
it sounds like you treat people with respect,
100%.
and not just like a number.
100%.
So I'm curious, right? Because I've been around chiropractic quite a bit, and I've heard the terminology "one with the bone," right? So people always do think it is spine and neck. So educate us. How is chiropractic more holistic?
Okay, so would you agree with me that we all have a spine?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and more so that you have joints throughout your entire body, correct?
Right.
So with chiropractic care, the main focus of what we do is to free the body of any dis-ease, not disease, but dis-ease. Because dis-ease turns into more significant, serious things as it progresses. Case in point, if somebody has what we call subluxation, which is a rotation in their spine, it might present as maybe some soreness, stiffness, maybe a slight pain or something like that, and it goes unnoticed. Because listen, we live with headaches, we live with all kinds of pains every day of our lives, and we're all very busy. So who has the time to really explore why this is going on? So we take Advil, Tylenol, whatever it might be, and it helps to eradicate that pain. But in time, if not taken care of, that will come back and possibly even worse. Chiropractic, all we do is clear the body, any joint in your body, of potential dis-ease. So we adjust these bones. And let me tell you something that I'm very proud of. When I adjust my patients, this noise, maybe you can hear it.
Yep.
You heard that?
Yep.
I could care less if you hear that or not. That has been the biggest fallacy, if you will, associated with chiropractic care, which is that noise, cracking your back.
Yeah.
So I always say all the time, my reference is, like Whitney Houston says, crack is whack. There's no such thing. The cracking means absolutely nothing. I mean, you can do this to yourself. You can turn yourself in your chair, whatever it might be, and hear a noise. Oh my gosh, I just adjusted myself. No, you didn't. You manipulated.
So what are you saying, that I can't adjust Jessica right now?
You can manipulate her spine.
I'm really good at that.
Yeah, you can manipulate it, but you're not adjusting it. What separates a chiropractor from anybody else in the healthcare profession, or Allie adjusting Jessica, is we're very specific with the way we adjust or move joints, whether it be your wrist, elbow, your neck, whatever it might be. We do it in a special way. There's specificity to it, and that's what separates us from anybody else who may claim to adjust.
Right.
It's not about noise. So the idea is, again, with our chiropractic adjustments, non-invasive. Well, let me say that they won't cause you pain. That is not my objective. If I may elaborate, with chiropractic care, we become basically the personal trainer of your spine. We help your body to get healthy so that your body can take care of itself. So with chiropractic care, it's not a one and done, because your body was used to a certain way, and we're going to train it to go to where we need it to be for you to be healthy.
Right. You know, you said something that I love. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just don't want to lose my train of thought, because it's huge. You know, it sounds like you educate your clients and teach them on what exactly it is that you're doing and you're going to do, for them not to just put a Band-Aid on it.
100%.
You know, the Band-Aid of the Tylenols and the Advils, you know, it sounds like you educate us enough, you know, to understand what to do, to work as a team.
The fact of the matter is that, you know, when people start up care with chiropractic, it's with anything though. Listen, I do a weight loss program in the practice, you know, and just other things, whatever it is. If they are not educated on where we're trying to go, if they're not educated as to what is needed to get you the best response, right, it doesn't serve anybody well. So when I'm in the community and I see somebody, I talk to them. Oh, you're a chiropractor. Oh, I go to a chiropractor. I'm in a lot of pain, but I go to a chiropractor. Okay, well, who do you go to? I don't know. How often do you go? Oh, when I'm in pain. Yeah. And what do? I don't know. They just make some noises. Right. That to me is, it's disrespectful, not from the patient's point of view, from the chiropractor's point of view.
Your colleague,
because I'm going to tell you this, and this is one thing that I do in the practice all the time, and I tell our patients with all due respect, I could care less about your pain. Pain comes and goes. I have a slogan throughout my entire practice all over the place that states, you can cut weeds down as much as you want. Until you pull out the roots, they'll never go away.
There you go.
And that's pain. But until you actually go to the root of the problem of where it's coming from, it'll never go away. So
I'm loving the orientation of prevention. I think it's important. Really, really.
1,000,000%.
Yeah. And with what you're sharing in wisdom, so the question rises in my mind immediately, right? So have you ever thought of writing this all down?
It's all right here.
Sharing this wisdom with the world.
It's all right. I do.
Okay, but that's going to go with you when you go.
Have you ever had the thought of writing a book?
I mean, so here's my thing with that.
At least we know it now. Let's do it.
Remember when we first started, I told you about the fact that I love people.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm asked to like dictate this or whatever, it's not going to happen. That's not who I am. Like talking to you ladies, nice ladies, and seeing patients, helping patients. That's what to write it down. That's never going to happen. You know what it is for me? I'll be very, very honest with you. It's from my heart. Yeah. Again, I love what I do. I really do. I've been doing this 17 years, and I got to tell you, if I may, very quickly, I want to tell you a couple. Maybe I'll tell you one great story, because again, the idea that people have of chiropractic is neck and back pain. So if I can share this story with you for a moment, it's one of my greatest stories, and it keeps me going. This particular story. I had a woman in her early 60s come to me 15 and a half years ago. I remember this very vividly because of the whole scenario. She came to me referred by the health food store that's in my complex. And when she came in, she just looked like what I thought to believe just a shell of herself. She was very, just didn't seem like she was, obviously wasn't happy, in a lot of pain, but she just, like I said, like she had like a dark cloud over her. She was suffering from what we call trigeminal neuralgia. It's a cranial nerve that when it's obstructed will cause severe pain here, to the point where a patient, Bell's palsy, I'm sure you've heard of it, you know, things like that. It's just horrific. It's terrible. She has been going to a medical doctor. So now, I said, like I've told you guys, let me do an exam and consultation. Let me see what's going on. And I, in fact, saw what was going on with her upper cervical spine that I believed was really affecting this. And so I wanted to do further testing with her. So I suggested to her doing x-rays. We did all those things, and I saw, when you have in the upper portion of your cervical spine, when you have obstruction in there, which is just like rotation, it can affect so much in your head, in your, for thinking, for just a bunch of different things. So in fact, I saw that, and I said to her, listen, I truly believe we can make a difference. Now, I can't cure anything. I'm not a medical doctor, nor will I ever claim I can. But what I can do is help your spine to take care of itself. Open up these spaces for the nerves to be able to flow and function properly. So she took a chance. So she started her care with me. And I start off, again, I explain exactly what I recommend. When the patient follows, that's the way we get our best results. Needless to say, after 2.5, almost 3 months, she was not taking a single medication.
Wow.
She came in as who I thought she truly was. And she was just, she was laughing, she was smiling. And I got to tell you something. I tell everybody this, look, yes, is my practice a business as well? Of course it is. I'd be lying to you if I said otherwise. But here's my order in my practice. My practice is a practice first. My practice is a practice second. My practice is a business third. Believe me when I tell you that, because when I see patients get results, there's no better feeling in the world. So after that happened, after those 2.5, 3 months, when I saw how she was doing and she continued care, I just saw an amazing result. They wrote a book about me. The wife did. He was an author and he did some stuff as well. That is what I love.
Oh, that's
I love to take a situation. She had no hope. Nobody was helping her.
Right.
And to make that happen is really my fuel. Really is.
Wow, so much information. I'm fascinated by everything that you're talking. I mean, we can sit here for hours and hours and just listen
And we just
to.
like this.
I know.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it.
Awesome.
And it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Definitely fascinating.
So Dr. Cohen, how do people get in touch with you? We have your website. Is there any other way that you would suggest that they get in touch?
You have the website already?
Yeah, we have your website.
So we're located in Coral Springs. That's our logo.
Yeah, we're tried.
We're at 5675 Coral Ridge Drive in Coral Springs, Florida, 33076. Should I get the phone number? 954-341-2256. We do accept walk-ins. We do accept same-day appointments.
Awesome.
That's one thing, that's wonderful about us, I believe. So we do a complimentary consultation.
Awesome. So if you want personalized care with one of the most exceptional chiropractors in our community, Dr. Cohen is the man.
Yes. And thank you for reminding us that our body actually communicates with us and tell us. So instead of putting a Band-Aid, listen to our body.
And get into preventative care.
Absolutely. But we want to thank you, Dr. Cohen. Amazing, so much information. And we want to say thank you.
Well, I can't thank you both enough for having me on. I truly appreciate it. Like I said, I'm honored to be on with you all. Thank you so much for your time, and you have a wonderful day.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Until next time, take care.
All contacts in the thread, everyone. Thanks again for joining us on Clarity Talks,
where we get to crack the code
of some of the most successful people in our community. Check them out.
See you next time.